pumping at work, it's always difficult, but I think there's certain professions that can be even more difficult than others. And one of those is teachers, because they don't have the opportunity to get out of their classroom. They can't just leave the kids on their own when they need to go pump. So I'm not a teacher, so I'm no expert on pumping and teaching, but I wanted to talk to someone who is. So I'm here with Brooke. And Brooke, you are a second grade teacher at a parochial school, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you are currently nursing a baby, right?
Yes,
Okay.
I am.
So Brooke, what have you found to be some of the challenges while pumping and teaching?
Okay, some of the challenges, obviously, I have 22 kids, so I can't just leave them. But I've been fortunate to have a teacher assistant that comes in and she covers my classes. But there are some times when I just can't leave. Either she's out running errands because a lot of the administration likes to utilize the teacher assistants too, so she might be gone, and so that throws my schedule off a little bit. For example, we had ISTEP last week and she had to go and test the kids since she's a licensed teacher. So I had to figure out an alternate route to be able to go and pump. So I talked to my principal about it, and she came and covered for me and taught one of my classes, which was really, really nice of her.
Oh, wow.
But it was kind of, I was a little, panicked because I didn't know exactly what I was going to do. Because getting off schedule just a couple days, it really does change the way, your body thinks that you're wanting to change your schedule, and it's really not ready yet. So that's been a little unfortunate. But I have had an awesome staff to work with. So not too many issues throughout the year, really.
Okay, so it sounds like you have to be pretty flexible with getting different people to cover your classroom when needed.
And, you just really can't panic as long as you stay within, like an hour or so of your normal schedule. I try not to worry too much about it, but it definitely gets moved around a lot. It's never consistent.
Okay.
And especially like today, we have Mass on Thursdays, so I, pump always, well actually I guess I feed my son before I leave for work, so like around 5:45 or 6. And normally I go in a little bit before 9, but with going to church, it's not until 9:30 or 9:45 before I can go in and pump. So little things like that, but you just have to stay calm and relax and remember that you're doing the right thing for your kid, and your schedule's going to get messed up a little bit. So.
Okay. So since the kids are in the classroom most of the time, I'm guessing you can't use the classroom to pump.
Yeah.
So where do you go?
Well, right now they have me set up, which I know is not the best place, but they have me in a bathroom. Our school is just really small, and they want to provide me a place, but there really is nowhere to go. I'm just happy that they put a desk in there and like Clorox wipes so I can keep everything sanitized. So that's where I've been going. But before they did that, I actually went into the nurse's office. They have like an area there, so I would go into there and just lock the door. And then whenever they went to specials, I actually would lock my door and put a sign up in my classroom, and that's where I would pump. But I think they knew that I was running around like a maniac, so they finally got a spot for me so that I can just go in there.
Okay.
So.
Great. So what tips would you have for teachers who are wanting to pump at work?
Yeah, well, like I said, I've been fortunate to have an assistant. So if you have an assistant, utilize that person. They really have no reason not to help you. That's their job. They're here for you. So I would just, be straight up honest and just say, hey, this is what I want for my kid. This is what I need you to do to help me. And it does get a little crazy sometimes because you have to provide, 15 minutes of sub-plans. Like, hey, while I'm gone, do this and this and this. But like I said, it's just the best thing for your child. If you don't have an assistant, then I would just send out a parent email and just say, hey, this is what I'm doing for my child. Do I have any parent volunteers that would be willing to come in at this time, this time? If you don't feel comfortable saying what you need, just say, hey, can I have any parent volunteers during this time? I don't have a teacher assistant and I would like to run some errands or something like that. And then another thing that I have is word of advice is just go and ask your principal, because that's their job, is to be here for you. And like I said, when I was kind of panicked because my assistant wasn't here, I just went to my principal and she covered my class and made it work.
So it sounds like by asking for what you need.
Yeah, just ask around. Don't be afraid to ask. And I know a lot of women are like, they don't feel comfortable talking about it, but really being open about it is the best way to get help.
Okay, great. Anything else that you would add on this topic?
I guess just I want teachers to keep doing it. You know, don't get discouraged. It does get a little crazy, and you'll have kids who are like, "Oh, Mrs. Dale, what are you doing? Where are you going?" But just remember that you're doing the best thing for your child, and don't be afraid to ask anybody for help.
Okay. Well, please put in the comments below what tips you've found for being a successful nursing mother while teaching, and big thanks to Brooke for doing this video with me.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks, guys.